Hi everyone, my name is Candace Michelle. Welcome to Black Pinups YouTube channel, and we are talking about the Did You Know series. Welcome to the Did You Know series. Um, I know it's been pretty much accepted that Madam C.J. Walker was the first Black millionaire, but she wasn't. Actually, it's not even the lady before her who actually helped mentor Madam C.J. It was a lady named Mary Ellen Pleasant, who I will speak about in a future video. And so I wrote about Sarah Rector and Annie Malone and Madam C.J. Walker in the 20th issue of Black Pinups. You can buy that on blackpinups.net in the digital copy and the print copy. So today I'm going to be talking about Annie Malone, and I don't like how Netflix portrayed her. I did not watch it, but I heard a lot of bad reviews about how Annie Malone was portrayed. So I am going to talk about her and what she went through and how important her story is. So let's stay tuned and let's get into it.
Annie Malone, the unsung entrepreneur. History always credits Madam C.J. Walker as being the first Black millionaire. We now know that to not be true. Annie Malone mentored Madam C.J. and would help her to become a great businesswoman. She is the godmother of the black hair industry and paved the way for Madam C.J. Walker and Viola Desmond. Annie Malone was born on August 9, 1869, to former slaves Robert Turnbow and Isabella Cook. Annie was the 10th child of 11 children. She was born on a farm near Metropolis. I always have a hard time pronouncing that. Metropolis in Massac County, Illinois. After being orphaned at a young age, Annie attended school in Illinois, where she would apprentice with her sister as a hairdresser in Peoria, Illinois. She studied chemistry and hair, and by 1889, Malone would develop her own scalp and hair products that she would sell and demonstrate throughout the state of Illinois. Due to constant illness, Annie was forced to withdraw from classes. The time out of school would help her become an expertise in hair care. At the time, many women would use goose fat, heavy oils, soap, and bacon grease to straighten their curls, which would later damage both their hair and scalp. By 1902, Malone's business had grown and she moved to St. Louis, Missouri, which at the time was the fourth largest city for African Americans. Malone had copyrighted her business, Poro, and developed a formula that was called the Great Wonderful Hair Grower, which was sold door to door. The business was a success. Black women wanted to improve their physical appearances and wanted to remove their appearance from the slave times of cornrows and unkempt hair. Malone believes that if African American women improve their physical appearance, they would gain greater self-respect and have success in their lives. In 1914, Malone married school principal Aaron Eugene Malone. By 1917, Annie Malone would become more successful, so much so that she founded and opened Poro College in St. Louis. It was the first educational institution that was dedicated to Black cosmetology. The school had over 75,000 students, including from the Caribbean. The school had employed nearly 200 people, and the curriculum included training students on a personal style on how to present themselves at work, walking, talking, and how to dress to impress. The college had franchise outlets in North and South America and the Philippines. One of Malone's early recruits, who would later become famous, was Madam C.J. Walker, who was a former washerwoman. Malone was a wonderful philanthropist, and from 1919 to 1943, she served as a board president of the St. Louis Colored Orphans Home. She donated her first $10,000 to build an orphanage building in 1919. Her philanthropy included financing the education of 2 full-time students in every historically Black college and university. She donated $25,000 to Howard University and was the largest gift donation at that time. She also donated $25,000 to help build the St. Louis Colored YWCA. One of the thousands of students that were trained at Poro, one famous legend went to Poro and became the king and father of rock and roll music, Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry, who was born in St. Louis in 1926, was trained as a beautician and graduated in 1952. His sisters Thelma and Lucy also enrolled at Poro. Berry's famous song, Johnny Be Good, spelled with an E, was spelled that way because he lived at 2520 Good Street, and he grew up a block from the orphan's home that Annie had started. In 1986, Good Street was renamed Annie Malone Drive. The downfall of Malone began when her businesses started to dwindle due to her constant generosity and leaving her business in the hands of inexperienced, dishonest managers and husband. The 6 years leading up to 1926, Annie and her husband Aaron Malone would become embroiled in power struggle over the control of Pearl Empire. It all came to a head when Aaron Malone filed for divorce and he demanded half of the business. His claim was he brought success to Pearl because of the contacts he brought to the company. The divorce became even messier and played out in the public when he had Black leaders and politicians who sided with him. Annie had support of the church leaders and Pearl workers and the support of the press and Mary McLeod Bethune, who at the time was the president of the National Association of Colored Women. They negotiated a settlement of $200,000. Malone moved from Missouri to Chicago after the divorce. Malone moved her business to Chicago and sadly became the target of lawsuits, one employee saying she claimed credit for Annie's success. The suit was settled in 1937 and she was forced to sell her St. Louis property. Her business was crippled, even more with debt to the government for unpaid real estate taxes. By 1943, she owed almost $100,000 and was served a lien by the IRS. After years of lawsuits for almost a decade, she lost Poro to the government and creditors. By 1951, she had lost control of her empire and sold off to pay the taxes. She later remarried and divorced following 2 more civil lawsuits. On May 10, 1957, Annie, who was 87 years old by this time, died at Providence Hospital in Chicago after a stroke. At the time of her death, Pearl Beauty colleges were in more than 30 U.S. cities. Unfortunately, the Pearl colleges were later purchased by St. James African Methodist Episcopal Church and demolished in 1965 to construct the James House. It's a very sad story, but I wanted her story to be told, and I heard about the ridiculousness of the Madam C.J. Walker story on Netflix, which I refused to watch, and I heard how Annie Malone was portrayed. So I am happy that I wrote about this back in 2018 and that I shared it on my Instagram and that I'm sharing with you now. And I hope that her story will continue to be reshared and that people know the truth about her and that they will not forget her story and how she came to be and what happened to her legacy and that she was a hard worker. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed it.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed learning more about Annie Malone. and see how different her story is from what Netflix has done, and even Hollywood does that. They never tell the full story. They always have to do so much. It's so annoying. But anyway, so if you would like to follow me on Instagram, I am at Black Pinups Magazine, and I'm also on Facebook at Black Pinups, and I'm also on Twitter at Black_Pin_Ups. And I hope you enjoyed the video, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!